Look, I need to show you something about that free checking account you're so proud of having. Your bank is making about $2,000 a year off you, and you're thanking them for it. I know, you're thinking, but it says free right there on the website. Yeah, and my gym said I'd look like a Greek god in 6 months. We both know how that turned out. Here's the truth. You probably opened your checking account the same way most people do. You walked into a bank, or more likely, you were 18 years old, your parents dragged you there, and some banker in a tie handed you a pen and said, "Sign here for your free student checking account." And you felt like an adult. I mean, you had a debit card with your name on it. You could buy bananas at the grocery store like a real functioning member of society. You were living the dream. Fast forward 10 years, and you're still using that same account because it's there. It's free. Why would you change it? But here's what most people don't realize. Free checking is like those free bananas they give out at the grocery store while you shop. Sure, the banana is free, but you know what's not free? The $200 worth of groceries you just bought because you were walking around with a free banana in your hand feeling generous toward the store. Your bank is doing the same thing, except instead of bananas, they're giving you a debit card. And instead of $200, they're taking $2,000. Let me show you exactly how this works, because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and you might actually get a little angry. That's okay. Anger is the first step toward financial enlightenment. Or maybe that's just the first step in general. I'm not a therapist. Okay, let's start with the most obvious one. Overdraft fees. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the average American who pays overdraft fees pays about $250 per year. But here's the thing, that's the average. If you're someone who actually overdrafts occasionally, you're paying way more than that. Let's do some real math. Let's say you overdraft just once every other month. That's 6 times a year. Your bank charges you $35 per overdraft. That's the standard fee at most major banks. 6 overdrafts times $35 equals $210 per year, just for spending money you thought you had. And here's the really fun part. A lot of those overdrafts happen because of tiny purchases. According to a 2021 study, the median overdraft transaction is just $24. So you're paying $35 to borrow $24 for maybe 2 days until your paycheck hits. That's like paying someone $100 to borrow their banana for the afternoon. It makes no sense, but we do it anyway because we're not thinking about it. But overdraft fees are just a beginning. Let's talk about the sneaky stuff. ATM fees. You use an out-of-network ATM maybe twice a month. Your bank charges you $3. The ATM itself charges you $3. That's $6 per transaction, $12 per month, $144 per year, just for accessing your own money. It's like if every time you wanted a banana from your own kitchen, you had to pay the grocery store a fee for the privilege of eating it. Ridiculous, right? Minimum balance fees. A lot of free checking accounts have a minimum balance requirement. If you drop below, say, $1,500, they charge you $12 per month. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, which most Americans are, you might dip below that threshold 6 months out of the year. That's $72 right there. Paper statement fees. Some banks charge $2 to $5 per month if you want paper statements. That's another $24 to $60 per year for paper. Trees are free, people. Well, they were. Debit card replacement fees. Lost your card? That's $5 to $10. Happened twice this year? Add 20. Let me add this up for you. $210 in overdraft fees, $144 in ATM fees, $72 in minimum balance fees, $30 in paper statement fees, $20 in card replacement fees. That's $476 so far, and we haven't even gotten to the big one yet. Here's where it gets really wild. The biggest way your bank makes money off your free checking account isn't the fees. It's what they do with your money while it's sitting there. Let's say you keep an average balance of $3,000 in your checking account. You know, just your emergency fund, rent money, banana budget, whatever. Your bank pays you 0.01% interest on that. That's not a typo. 0.01%. So on your $3,000, you earn 30 cents a year. You literally cannot buy a banana with that. But here's what your bank does with your $3,000. They lend it out at 7% interest for a car loan, or 18% for a credit card, or they invest it and make 4 to 5% returns. Let's be conservative and say they make 5% on your money. That's $150 per year from your $3,000, while they pay you 30 cents. They're making $149.70 off money that you deposited every year, just from the opportunity cost of you keeping your money in a checking account instead of a high-yield savings account. And if you keep $5,000 in there, that's nearly $250 per year in opportunity cost. Add that to the $476 in fees, and we're at $726. But wait, there's more. I feel like an infomercial host right now, but stick with me. Overdraft fees often trigger more overdraft fees. Here's how. You overdraft on Monday for $24. They charge you $35. Now you're $59 in the hole instead of $24. You were going to deposit your paycheck on Wednesday, but now that $59 deficit means your next debit card purchase on Tuesday also overdrafts, another $35 fee. Congratulations, you just paid $70 to spend $50. Your bank is doing the financial equivalent of selling you a banana, taking the banana back, and then charging you again to give you half the banana. According to the CFPB, about 9% of account holders pay 84% of all overdraft fees. If you're in that 9%, you could easily be paying $1,000 plus per year just in overdraft fees alone. Add in the opportunity cost, ATM fees, and everything else? Yeah, $2,000 per year is absolutely realistic for many people. So why do we put up with this? Why do we keep using these free checking accounts? 3 reasons. Inertia. Switching banks feels like a hassle. You've got direct deposit set up, auto pay for bills, that one payment to your friend for splitting the banana bread you bought together. It seems easier to just stay. Loyalty. You've been with this bank for 10 years. They know you. Except they don't. They know your account number. They don't send you birthday cards. You're not friends. The illusion of free. That word free is powerful. It makes us feel like we're getting a deal. But as they say, if the product is free, you are the product. Or in this case, your money is the product. Here's what you do. Step 1. Open a high-yield savings account. Right now, online banks are offering 4 to 5% interest. Move your emergency fund there. If you've got $3,000, that's $120 to $150 per year instead of 30 cents. Step 2. Find a checking account with no overdraft fees or low fees. They exist. Credit unions, online banks, they're out there. Step 3. Set up alerts. Every bank lets you set up low balance alerts. Use them. Don't let yourself overdraft because you forgot about that recurring banana subscription service. Step 4. Use in-network ATMs or get a bank that reimburses ATM fees. Some do. It's beautiful. Step 5. Go paperless. Save the trees, save the $30 per year. Look, your bank isn't evil. They're just really, really good at making money off people who aren't paying attention. And for the longest time, you weren't paying attention. But now you are. That free checking account is costing you real money. Maybe not $2,000, maybe it's $500, maybe it's $1,500. But it's something, and that something adds up over a lifetime. Stop giving your money away for free bananas. I've put links in the description to high-yield savings accounts and checking accounts with actual benefits. Spend 30 minutes this week and make the switch. Your future self and your banana budget will thank you. See you in the next video.